CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Nariman Isa.
Good evening. The effects of the capture of Venezuela's president are being felt here at home, both in Edmonton's Venezuelan community and for the potential impact on Alberta's oil market. Nicolas Maduro remains in U.S. custody tonight after pleading not guilty to 4 criminal charges in an American court. Now, court sketches show the Venezuelan president in shackles and dressed in prison garb. He pleaded not guilty to all charges, including narco-terrorism and conspiracy to import cocaine. Donald Trump's administration is using the charges to justify its capturing of Maduro in a military operation on Saturday. Today's proceeding is expected to kick off a prolonged legal fight over whether he can or even be put on trial in the U.S. Now, the capture of Maduro comes with strong emotions for many in Edmonton's Venezuelan community. The president of the Association of Venezuelans of Edmonton says he and so many others are happy to see Maduro ousted. He says this will not fix things in his home country overnight, but it's a step in the right direction.
We knew that this government was cheating, Maduro's regime was cheating in previous elections. So we have to be careful in rushing things. I am absolutely sure that we'll see the light at the end of the tunnel and we'll go back into a great country back again.
Samuel Romero says many Venezuelan Canadians want to go back home to visit or retire, but have not done so because they are fearful of Maduro's government. Romero says the country has suffered under Maduro, especially its oil production. Now, there is concern here about potential American access to Venezuela's vast oil reserves. The U.S. is Alberta's largest customer for oil, and there is concern demand for it will drop. One policy professor says it's not time to hit the panic button. Richard Masson says it will take billions of dollars and years of management to boost Venezuela's production to a point that could impact our energy sector. He says this is a good time for Canada to make some major changes to improve market access.
We as Canada need to make sure that we take strategic steps so that we can get our oil to market, particularly to the Asian market, as a means of saying we're independent and we're going to get world price for our oil. And so, we're happy to be a long-term supplier to the U.S. Of course, we always have been, but we want to make sure that we're doing it on fair commercial terms.
Masson says because of the turmoil, there's less production coming out of Venezuela than last week. So in the short term, this could be positive for Canadian oil prices. Now, Premier Janelle Smith issued a statement reiterating the importance of expediting the development of pipelines to diversify our oil export markets. She says the province plans to push the federal government to move forward with urgency. Well, some people living in South Edmonton are on day 5 without running water. The issue was caused by a water main break on New Year's Eve. CTV's Nicole Weisberg has more on how people are coping and how long this could last.
This is just all that happens. It's like just the air, it doesn't even turn on. It's just got no air in it either.
The taps have literally run dry at Southridge townhomes. Dozens of suites have been without running water since New Year's Day.
It makes it really hard to make sure that my cats have water, showering, doing laundry, cleaning. I kind of miss doing dishes right now.
On January 1st, owners Avenue Living informed renters there had been a water main break and the water was being shut off for repairs. The next day, it said the repair was not completed as planned and it was still working to find and fix the issue. After it became clear that the repairs would take longer than a day, Avenue Living brought in 15 porta potties for residents. But in minus 20-degree weather, some people are refusing to use them.
That's too cold. Maybe in the summertime it'd be appropriate, but I don't think anyone's using it.
Avenue Living is providing daily water to tenants. Jeremy Jarvis says he's gotten one 18-liter jug a day. Not nearly enough for his family's needs. You have 5 kids?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and no water?
No. We've been using the snow to shovel into buckets and melt, then just use that to flush the toilets.
As of Monday afternoon, Avenue Living said it had restored water to 190 of 232 suites, and it expects to bring more suites back online this week.
Hopefully today. I'm hoping today. I'm positive for today.
I just would like my water back on,
The owners say the cause of the water main break is still under investigation. Nicole Weisberg, CTV News, Edmonton.
Trial for a man accused of driving a U-Haul that hit and killed a woman from Fort Saskatchewan was supposed to start today. Instead, his lawyer made an application to adjourn it to a future date. CTV's Amanda Anderson explains why.
It was February 2024 when this U-Haul was involved in a deadly hit and run in Beaumont. The driver was allegedly running from RCMP when officers deployed a spike belt. 3 vehicles that had nothing to do with the chase drove over the device, including 45-year-old Cassandra Gartner. She was struck and killed by the U-Haul after she got out on the side of the road to inspect her tires. Police say the driver of the U-Haul kept going to a 7-Eleven in Edmonton where a car was stolen with a young child inside. The child was dropped off nearby unharmed. The stolen car was later recovered abandoned outside of Edmonton. Today, the man believed to have been behind the wheel of the U-Haul, Peter Ashby, was scheduled to stand trial. His lawyer instead asked to adjourn the matter. He doesn't ask for this adjournment lightly, Caitlin Dick told the court. She argues additional evidence was disclosed by the Crown just before the Christmas break she hasn't had time to review. She told the court she isn't sure what impact the new information could have on her client's case, and now also wants to examine the possibility of charter breaches and witness tainting. The Crown not only opposed an adjournment, but any delay, saying the information provided in late December won't change the landscape of the trial. The justice has given the defense until Wednesday morning to determine the potential impacts of the late disclosure, while also urging both sides to make the most of the time, focusing on how the trial can still go ahead. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Wetaskiwin.
One person is dead after a house fire this weekend. Edmonton Fire Rescue says the Saturday morning fire happened at a home in the area of 84th Street and 64th Avenue. 12 crews were called out to get the fire under control. A person was found in the home and later pronounced dead by EMS. Edmonton Fire says the fire is not believed to be suspicious. An abandoned building went up in flames in central Edmonton on Sunday. The city says trucks responded to a fire at a rundown commercial building at 93rd Street and 111th Avenue Sunday morning. The fire was declared out just before 2:30 in the afternoon. No injuries were reported. Music venue The Aviary is next door. In a social media post, The Aviary says the venue is fine. Edmonton police are searching for a man who escaped from the Stan Daniels Healing Centre on New Year's Day. The wanted man is 33-year-old Shelby Crane. Correctional Services Canada says Crane was missing during an early morning count. He's 6'2", has medium complexion, brown eyes, black hair, and has several tattoos. Now, he's currently serving a 10-year sentence for manslaughter. Anyone with information about Crane can call Edmonton Police or Crime Stoppers. A teenager has been charged in connection with a deadly collision last May. Police say the 16-year-old was driving down 97th Street when he hit a car turning onto 165 Avenue. The 71-year-old in the car was taken to hospital where he died. EPS believes speed contributed to the crash. The teen has been charged with dangerous operation causing death. He is also facing a number of Traffic Safety Act violations, including failing to hold a valid operator's license. Leduc County says it was the target of a cybersecurity attack over the holidays. On Christmas Day, the county learned it was the target of a ransomware attack. The attack disabled some of the county's IT systems. Administration says the RCMP and the county's insurance and banking providers have been notified. The county has now increased security measures and says work is underway to resume normal business operations. A forensic investigation is ongoing. Edmonton's Food Bank has tallied up all the donations that were made on Candy Cane Lane over the holidays. 5,200 kilograms of food were collected. That's lower than an average year. The lane usually brings in around 20,000 kilograms of food since neighbors started collecting donations in 1993. While less food was collected, the food bank received more money than expected.
The YEG Candy Cane Lane group puts up QR codes down on the lane that people can make financial contributions. So we're able to raise over $24,000 online. So though the food was a little bit less than what we'd want, the monetary donations boosted us up.
Right now, the food bank is helping about 43,000 people every month. It anticipates that number will increase throughout the year. Calgary's mayor is warning the city's aging water main could explode again at any time. Improving the water system is now a long-term project. In the meantime, Calgarians are being told to adapt to a new normal and conserve as much water as possible. CTV's Tyson Fedora reports.
It's been nearly 1 week since Calgary suffered another major water main break impacting water use citywide and traffic in the northwest.
As long as we got Boneff Road here, I'm okay.
The city says work is ongoing 24/7 to fix the burst water main along 16th Avenue Northwest near the Sarcee Trail interchange.
It's a wake-up call for the city government to do a better job from now on.
Mort Doran, who lives nearby, is encouraged that the city will construct a new feeder main parallel to the current end-of-life pipe over the next 2 years.
You can't get around it. You can't patch it. You can't fake it that it's going to get better on its own. You just have to do it. That's part of maintaining infrastructure.
A design has been chosen and the construction will begin later this year on a new 6-kilometer steel pipe to replace the aging cement one.
Out to market to hire a contractor right now. We will do everything we can to accelerate the timeline faster than we had before. We were planning to have this new pipe done in 2028. We are going to go faster, and we don't know what that looks like yet.
Mayor Jeremy Farkas is anticipating an independent panel report on the burst pipe from 2024 due to council on Tuesday. It will be released publicly early next week.
The pipe is failing because it is breaking down from the inside. That damage cannot be fixed. It will never be fixed.
Boil water advisories have been lifted in the city, but residents and businesses are stuck with stage 4 water restrictions. Officials want you to take 3-minute showers, only flush your toilet when necessary, and ensure full loads of laundry and dishes before cleaning them.
Things will not truly be back to normal until the new pipe is built and fully operational. But if we stay focused and look out for one another, we will get through this together.
And as restrictions are expected to be part of the new normal, according to Mayor Farkas, businesses are hoping not to see a repeat of lost revenue due to construction work that is anticipated.
Business pessimism is at the highest level since 2023, and challenges like this really are just one more layer of difficulty and a very challenging way to start off a new year.
Tyson Fedora, CTV News, Calgary.
The town of Taber has released new footage of last month's explosion at its arena. Now, the video shows the moment of an eruption in the Zamboni area of the arena. That explosion damaged the walls and roof as well as the gas line in the building. The rink has been shut down indefinitely. Now, the town shared the video as part of its entry for the annual Hockeyville campaign. 2 winning communities in the national contest will receive $50,000 for upgrades and renovations. Well, Canadians are being encouraged to share their hockey history alongside stars like Connor McDavid. The Oilers captain kickstarted a donation drive for the Great Canadian Jersey Initiative. Donated hockey sweaters will be used to create new patchwork jerseys that will be worn by Canada's top players. McDavid donated his York Simcoe Express jersey. Now, he says every uniform a hockey player wears has some meaning attached and maybe a little something more.
A lot of sweat, a lot of, hopefully not too much blood in that one, but, we're wearing cages and stuff like that. I'm not sure anyone's bleeding back then, but, a lot of blood, a lot of sweat, and just great memories, honestly. I really feel like minor hockey is kind of the grassroots of hockey in this country.
The patchwork jerseys will be designed by former Ontario Hockey League player Cameron Lizotte. Canadians can drop off their old hockey jerseys at any Rogers store until January 15th, and anyone who donates a jersey will be entered for a chance to win a trip to any Canadian NHL team's away game during the regular season. Well, for the second time, an Edmonton man is planning on sleeping in an igloo for charity. Tyler Gamblin and his family created this igloo cabin this year as requested by his son. Now, 4 years ago, he created an igloo and slept in it for 5 days for charity. Gamblin says this cabin took the family of 5 about 50 hours to build, and that includes filling Tupperware containers with water and food coloring 650 times.
We probably used 70, but we were down to about 35 at the end because they crack and expand and it's a bit of a mess. About -15 and below is good weather for doing this. Anything less and the ice just takes a little bit longer to set.
Gamblin hopes to raise $10,000 for Free Play for Kids. It's a local sports charity for children of all ages. He says he will sleep in the Igloo cabin once the GoFundMe reaches its goal. Well, coming up next, some provincial government workers are preparing for a full return to the office. Plus, hotel occupancy in Canada is coming off a strong 2025, not expecting to slow down this year.
We know that soccer fans travel. We know that people in general travel for what they're excited about.
Good evening, folks. For the fourth straight day, temperatures were stuck in the minus teens through this afternoon. Big changes on the way, though. Warm-up has temperatures close to zero by tomorrow. Talk more about that. Let you know if there's any snow in the forecast. All in just a few minutes.
Tuesday on CTV Edmonton, a new chapter from the crime tapes.
Not once did I ever confess to anybody about this crime because I did not do it.
Jason Dick said he was innocent, but Mounties kept pushing. A look back at the flawed double murder investigation and a Mr. Big Sting that backfired. Tuesday on CTV Edmonton.
Ontario government employees are now back in the office full-time, and next month, Alberta government workers will follow.
Work-life balance.
So during a lunch break, Ontario government workers protested the full-time return to the office. The province had allowed hybrid work arrangements since the pandemic. Employers argued fewer days at home boosts productivity and leads to better collaboration, while critics disagree and say it leads to things like more traffic congestion.
It's great to get everyone back to work like every other normal citizen. You know, you go out there and you show up 5 days a week.
There's a lot of resistance, and what we also see is that some of the best performers are likely to walk out and leave their jobs by being forced back into the office.
In February, public service workers in Alberta are also returning to full-time in-office work. Several other provinces and the federal government are reviewing their policies. An Alberta cabinet minister is heading to Montana tomorrow. The province says Alberta's utility minister Nathan Neudorf's trip is focused on strengthening energy ties with the U.S. Neudorf will be trying to drum up investment for the electricity market, nuclear energy, and data centers. He'll also be giving the keynote address at the event hosted by Montana's Chamber of Commerce. Well, Canada is taking home a bronze after defeating Finland at the World Juniors today.
McKenna centers it. Here's Hayes with the backhand shot, ripping it down, rebound, score!
So the Canadians were already up 5-3 over Finland when they added another goal late in the third. They held on to win 6-3. Now the medal is Canada's first at the World Juniors in 3 years. Hotels across the country are seeing an uptick in bookings. With the FIFA World Cup headed to Vancouver and Toronto this summer, it's expected many will have to light up their no vacancy signs. CTV's Alison Hurst has the details.
As we turn to the new year, Canadian travel is projected to remain strong.
It's been a real run of momentum in the city.
Patriotism came into play with the Elbows Up campaign, prompting a desire from travelers to spend their money in Canada. The World Cup is expected to help keep the momentum going.
We know that soccer fans travel. We know that people in general travel for what they're excited about. We saw that this year with all the concerts in the new Rogers Stadium and Coldplay and Oasis, and that lineup is starting to take shape again for next year. So people travel for what they're passionate about, and soccer is one of those things.
According to Destination Toronto, the city sees 20 million Canadian travelers a year, and the international visitors are trending up.
The typical Canadian visitor spends somewhere between $500 and $1,000 per trip, but an overseas visitor spends well over $1,500 a person when they're here.
A CBRE hotel study finds hotel occupancy is expected to remain steady at strong levels.
Supply-demand generally in balance, which leaves our occupancy at historic highs. So 66% is really kind of as good as it gets.
The World Cup will likely boost travel in Toronto and Vancouver, but it's coming in June and July, a time of year that already has high travel demand.
What you might see is people who would usually travel to Toronto or Vancouver in those months maybe choose Calgary, maybe choose Montreal, Halifax, some other destination if they know Toronto and Vancouver are going to be really busy with FIFA.
Those we spoke to with trips have mixed plans, with some wanting to avoid the U.S. and others saying cost also comes into play.
International, but not the U.S.
Yeah, it just, with everything going on, it just doesn't feel right.
I'm going to stay in Austin for 1 month, and mid of Jan, I'm coming back.
I'm planning to stay in Canada, but I would love to travel.
High hopes for what's to come in 2026. Alison Hurst, CTV News.
One local health law professor says when it comes to New Year's resolutions, it's best to stick to the basics because that's what's supported by evidence.
You know, you exercise, you eat well, you sleep, you don't drink too much, it's always the same.
Now, Tim Caulfield says while the wellness industry is always pushing new fads like DNA testing or full body MRIs, more data on your health isn't always beneficial. Now, he tells CTV Your Morning, when it comes to things like fitness trackers, it's important not to get too caught up in the numbers.
I think it's really important to sort of reflect and ask yourself, is this working for me? Do I still enjoy working out? Because the goal is always, Kent, the basics, right? A healthy lifestyle that's sustainable.
Well, still to come, an Alberta farm welcomes the rare birth of triplet calves.
And I could just feel the tips on the third calf. So I'm like, okay, here we go again.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Welcome back. The chilly start to January continues. Minus 13 for a daytime high today. Minus 7, the average high. We're going to flip the script starting tomorrow. In fact, temperatures here overnight tonight are already starting to climb across parts of the province. You get a few flurries moving across northern Alberta, but you can see in the Edmonton area, really for most of the province, you're looking at mixed sun and cloud to partly cloudy skies for tomorrow. A little extra cloud cover further to the north. Mixed sun and cloud on the way for Wednesday with a slight chance early Wednesday morning. So overnight Tuesday night, early Wednesday. There's a little pocket there that might roll through the Edmonton region. So it might be a dusting on the ground Wednesday morning when you wake up. I think Friday looks to be the best chance for some snow. You can see there's no real significant system coming through here over the next couple of days. Cold air in place across much of the province today. We'll get up close to 0 for a daytime high in the Edmonton region and surrounding areas tomorrow. Above 0 across the south. A couple other spots in parts of western and northwestern Alberta could crack 0 tomorrow. We'll cool back off to the minus 5 range for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then starting Saturday, above 0 for daytime highs. It should be somewhere in the +1 to +6 range for highs from Saturday right through to Wednesday or Thursday of next week. Minus 10 in Fort McMurray by tomorrow morning. These are your 8 a.m. temperatures as temperatures will be climbing through the overnight period. Minus 7 range for Slave Lake and Red Deer. Minus 3 by tomorrow morning in Grand Prairie. You'll get close to 0 tomorrow. Minus 1 in Edson. About minus 6 for Fort McMurray. Somewhere in the minus 4 range. Lloydminster, Coronation, and 2 or 3 degrees below 0. In Red Deer and Jasper. We'll be about minus 2 here in the city. Light wind and partly cloudy skies. Mixed sun and cloud, minus 5 Wednesday. Highs stay in that minus 5 range Thursday, Friday, although it does get a little chillier in the morning. Minus 13, minus 14 to start the day, Thursday, Friday. Then Saturday, 2 degrees above 0 and 3s and 4s, although potentially even warmer for Sunday through Wednesday of next week. That is your forecast.
Well, an Alberta farm was surprised with some unexpected newborns on New Year's Day. These triplet female heifer calves were born at Lucky 7 Cattle Company, 2 hours southwest of Edmonton. The owner says healthy triplets are rare, with the odds at about 1 in 8 million. The calves are named Marla, Carla, and Darla. The owner says since twins are more common, she was caught off guard when the cow was calving a third time.
And my dad looked at me and he goes, "You better try again." And I rolled my eyes and I'm like, no. But did due diligence and went in again, and I was about shoulder deep in this cow and I could just feel the tips on the third calf, the tips of the feet. So I'm like, okay, here we go again.
And last year, another cow on the farm also gave birth to triplets. They were a trio of bull calves named Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Well, and now that got tangled in fishing line in BC is now free, thanks to some help from some fishermen.
He's stuck. He's got fishing line around him.
So 3 men were fishing in Nanaimo when they stumbled upon this owl that was perched on a branch from a downed tree just off of the shoreline. Now, when it didn't fly away, the trio got closer to see that it was tangled in fish line. Now, the bird didn't put up a fight and willingly let one of the men cut away the line. Now, the fishermen said they called conservation officers before attempting the rescue, but were unable to get a hold of anyone. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of your evening. Good night.